Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. For Bitcoin, I'm still of the view, again unchanged, that we will still see one more low. We are still on track here in our ending diagonal, in which we probably have already completed here waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are now in the fifth wave. That is the current assumption. I think at some point I may have to change this if we really push higher here, and it's certainly the chart has the possibility to push higher. If we push much higher than this, I will have to assume at some point that this wave 4, which we already classed as finished, was possibly never finished. Wouldn't be a problem. We would just delay the sell-off a little bit more, and would allow Bitcoin to rally in a short-term, let's say bear market rally to the upside into the region around, let's say 21.7 to 22k. However, at the moment, I do assume the wave 4 was finished, and I purely look at this as the wave A down complete, here at around 18.2k. We're now in the wave B, and there will be a wave C to the downside. There's a few possibilities how this can now be labeled. Yeah, at the moment, I have labeled all of this as another A, B, C in wave B. And the C wave can certainly push still higher. Could already be finished, yeah, but primary expectation would be higher, as long as this wave 2 low is holding at $19,090 US. I had another idea, by the way, in this white wave B. I mean, all of this could unfold, because this is what B waves sometimes do. All of this could unfold again as a super boring triangle. I mean, we're now getting used to these triangles, aren't we? So we could have A, B, C, D, E, yeah, and then eventually we would come down. So this could move sideways for a little while. Just want to mention that in case we don't follow through here on the short-term bullish potential and just sort of hover around a little bit, then we could be in a triangle in a B wave. So that the B wave in white isn't unfolding as an ABC, but is going to be unfolding as an ABCDE Elliott Wave triangle, which would eventually also lead to new lows, but it would be a little bit delayed. It wouldn't happen after the C wave spike is finished. It would happen after two more, sideways waves, basically. But yeah, at the moment I'm looking at this as that we are in the C wave. We did come down quite a lot yesterday. Again, Bitcoin looks far less bullish than what Ethereum is doing. If you look at the Ethereum chart, compare that, looks completely different. Here also in the short term, I have a lot of difficulties to label. I mean, on the Ethereum chart is possible, but I have really difficulties to label this as a third wave and this here as a fourth wave. It just doesn't really add up and stack up nicely. It's possible we don't have an overlap between waves 4 and 1, so that's actually not a major problem, but the problem I have is the retracement of wave 3 into wave 4, because it did drop even below the 61.8% fib level. So actually what I have to assume is that in the C wave we are still in wave 3, so that wave 3 was never finished, and that in the third wave of the C wave, which I just have to move it across here a little bit, that this is just another 1-2 setup. This is at the moment what I have to assume. Now the market might prove us wrong here, but again, this could also be a triangle, but that we have something like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in wave 3. Gonna take that off the chart again because it's a bit unclear. It's an assumption at the moment. Again, we could also be in this wider triangle, so that is what the market needs to show us now. But the point is, there is short-term upside potential as long as we're holding here the $19,090 level. Would be even better to hold the short-term here, the 19,260 level, this low. But again, as long as we're holding the 19,090, 19,080 level, I would be focusing here on higher. Now, note please that Bitcoin has not been able to break above this previous swing high at $19,700. Ethereum, for example, did break this previous swing high. So again, we see the weakness in the Bitcoin chart. Yeah, these coins are not moving together. They're all moving individually. And then we have still the $19,950 level to break as well. And we should do this in the progress of reaching this third wave. What would be a target for the third wave? We can calculate that as well. That would be 20,030 roughly. So in the process of building this third wave of C, we should be taking out those previous swing highs. So again, I'm currently focusing here on higher as long as we're holding that swing low. But even if we lose that swing low, I wouldn't go I wouldn't rule out short-term upside, you know, as long as we don't break the wave B low here at 18,700 or 18,670. Yeah, as long as we're holding this level, we can still we still have a chance to move higher. But again, if we break this B low, then I think we are in control, or you know, the bears are in control, and we are actually pushing down already in the C wave here. So again, it's a bit of an unreliable chart. I always get the question, oh, why do you say Bitcoin still needs to make a lower low, Ethereum can push higher? Well, first of all, don't see them as related. Yes, there are correlations, but there's, again, this is just evidence that they are moving differently. They have decoupled to a degree since June. Bitcoin is being held back by resistance. Ethereum is just pushing through resistance, and there is nothing stopping Ethereum going up while Bitcoin might be moving sideways, you know. And also short-term upside is possible for Bitcoin. Ethereum could use that to create its wave 3, whereas Bitcoin might just be sort of, yeah, doing some short-term upside before it comes down, which you know, allows Ethereum though to rally really. So yeah, don't see them too much as related. The Bitcoin chart also is quite unreliable at the moment. It is very choppy, and it is really difficult with the Bitcoin chart, and it has been for the last few weeks. There are much clearer charts, much clearer patterns, and I prefer actually to, when it comes to trading, to focus on these at the moment. Okay, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.